Conservatism is mostly just people playing house. And while there may have been a time and a place where I guess an almost genuine expression of conservatism could exist, as it exists today, conservatism pretty much just people playing an act. They're actors. They don't actually believe what they espouse. Even the religious conservatives, they rationalize their religious beliefs by using empirical forms of expressing truth and finding truth. They don't believe in their religion as it exists, independent of anything else. And their religion is contingent on their empirical mind. That's what I've noticed. They've almost universally abandoned superstition. They're modernists. The problem with modernism is it is the rejection of superstition. It's the rejection of almost the nature of religion itself. I believe it was Saint Pope Pius X who said that modernism is the synthesis of all heresies. And he said that for a reason. Modernism is almost the rejection of religion itself. Anyway, this is more a video on conservatism and not on religion and not on religion and Catholicism and Islam and all that stuff. It's a video on conservatism. And conservatism is essentially playing house. Anyone who genuinely grew up in a genuine conservative environment where people genuinely believe what they espouse will tell you that a lot of these environments can be very, very negative. These quote-unquote conservatives have rose-tinted glasses on what it means to be a conservative. The rugged, harsh realities of life that comes with people who are raised in genuinely conservative environments and households is absent in a lot of these people. Conservatism is nothing more than a fashion trend. It's just a way of, it's a lifestyle. They used to ridicule people for lifestyles, lifestyle choices. Conservatism is nothing more than another lifestyle. And I think they have a very difficult time coming to terms with this. Like I said, there might have been a time and a place when a genuine expression of it actually existed in the world. And it might still exist among the older generation. But as it exists in the younger generation, it is purely performative. To them, being conservative means being well-spoken and wearing suits. That's what it means to be a conservative to them. Notice how the almost all fall into universal, they have this universal language, this universal view of human self-expression. Short-cut hair, suits, mostly clean-shaven. If they do have any facial hair, it's usually just a mustache. And they always they champion the lumberjack, this lumberjack look with plaid shirts when they're not in suits, a plaid shirt, pretending as if they're getting ready to do some actual physical labor, which they seem to be alien to actually doing. Most of them do not come from backgrounds that are very math intensive. I know that people like the distributist, he's a engineering professor, which is, he's very smart. But a lot of them, they're mostly humanities people. If you know anything about the humanities in the Western canon, is that these people, the Western canon, the humanities, Schopenhauer, Heidegger, you know what I mean, Schopenhauer, Kierkegaard and stuff. these people are not necessarily that unique. A lot of their ideas, the reason why people view these people as being so unique is because their works are written in very, very flowery language. But you can superimpose any modern writing onto Schopenhauer and see just how ununique it really is. And while it's good to be able to read and understand English at an advanced level, when you break the writings of these humanities, the people, the authors of the Western canon, when you break them down to their fundamental components, they are not very unique concepts. It's not exactly Hinduism. It's not exactly like Hindu philosophy. A lot of it. Heidegger's pretty good. It's pretty. But anyway, back to my main point. These people are not very unique. And the reason why conservatives are drawn to the Western canon is mostly due to narcissism. They want to project their view of the world onto everyone else and pretend like it is universal when it simply is not. It is not universal, and it never was universal. Not their way of dress, not their way of speaking, not their perception of the world. It was never universal. And they need to come to terms with this. The idea of their objectivity was always a lie. They were never completely objective in their application understanding of human knowledge and the human condition. They were limited by their upbringings, their surroundings, and their time in history, as well as their economic system. But I don't want to get too much into Freud and Marx and stuff. But the thing is, they were never completely objective. And whenever I view these people, I used to be really big. I used to watch people a lot. But you always have to take into account they are not objective. A lot of this stuff is almost purely performative. It's almost as if they see things, how things used to be, and they're they're acting out like a play, a script. You know, the We Was Kings meme that is used against radical black activists that have unfalsifiable claims relating to Egyptian mysticism and African mysticism. That's exactly how I view these people. It's like they have these very, very grandiose worldviews that are almost completely unfalsifiable and rooted in their own narcissism. Any objective view of the facts would tell you that it is incorrect. But conservatism is mostly performative, and it is mostly rooted in reactionary thinking. This is why the second Trump presidency hasn't achieved anything. They don't know what they want to achieve. They just know that they feel frustrated and they want power, but they don't know what they want to do with that power. At least with leftists, you can disagree with them. I have many disagreements with people who are leftists, but at least they have a coherent worldview, and they know what they want to do with power. They aren't just playing house.